Hello folks, and welcome to a new Trainer Fergie video. So this video is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be on how not to play. So we're going to look at this gameplay and review the choices that have been made by my teammates at certain times, which may have cost us the game. I'm not trying to fire shots at anyone in the team. I just felt that this video could be used as a good educational tool to showcase what to do and what not to do at certain times throughout the match. This is a Masters gameplay, so I did expect a little bit more from the teammates, but we will look at it and review it. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm sure there's plenty of games where I've been made many mistakes myself, but I just felt like this was one that we could have looked at together. So we're just going to jump straight into it here. So when selecting roles for this match, it was quite easy. The top laners picked top lane, the bottom laners picked bottom lane, and I went jungle. But as you can see, the Squirtle here comes in and takes the Lillipup. Now, it doesn't seem like much taking one Pokemon, but it actually really does matter because it means on my first gank, I won't be an evolved Ivysaur to run into the lanes and help. I'll just still be a Bulbasaur, and your jungler has all the buffs and normally does the most damage in the team. So generally you want to have them as high a level as possible, and you shouldn't be interfering with their jungle at all. So yeah, we did go bottom lane and we got a pretty good gank. We waited patiently in the grass, jumped out at the right time, managed to secure a lot of the bees and get two of them down, which allowed us to score in the zone. So even though we didn't have the most ideal entry to the lane, we still were able to dominate it and get the scores and put our team in a good position. So I move into the middle area and I notice that their jungler is there and he's on a little bit of low health. I use my eject button to get onto him again quickly and get the gank. It pays off and we scare off their Ivysaur, and then we just, instead of chasing him and getting ourselves all caught up, we go to head back to our jungle. But we do notice that Squirtle is again trying to take our buffs. And even though I do try and take them here, I slightly mistimed and lost the buff to Squirtle. So just to stress this, guys, you really don't want to be doing that to your jungler. You see Sylveon there has got the blue buff as well. And it just puts me in a awkward position where I'm not as strong as I should be. I should be going this bottom lane very close to being a Venusaur, get a bit of the clear up, and then you come out here and just destroy everyone coming up the Dread. Now luckily we do actually play really well. Ninetales and Machamp are doing really well on their lane, and we managed to get two of them down again and get scores off. So despite not getting the perfect jungle, we've still got ourselves into a really good position, and we were taking this bottom lane. The top lane's being contested, and we're looking good for the game. So I just called to tell people to come down here. Everyone should be rotating for the first Dread. There is sometimes an argument that maybe one person stays top, but it just depends. And we do get kind of lucky here that their players stay top as well. But really, regardless, you should move at least one player down to the bottom, so that you have maybe like a 4v3 advantage if their two stay top. It just will win you a lot more games because you'll secure more Dreadnoughts, and the first Dreadnought is the most important objective apart from Zapdos. So we do go on to secure it here and finally get evolved into Venusaur. Ideally you would have liked to have been going into that fight as Venusaur and just bullying everyone. He is a very powerful Pokemon at the moment, very good in the jungle because of his buffs he's had recently to Petal Dance and Giga Drain. He's hard to kill and does extreme amounts of damage. So yeah, Ninetales and myself do quite well here. We'll get away and we just head back to get our farm. So now a couple of minutes later, just before the next Dreadnought, I call my teammates down bottom. I tell them to gather here because there is going to be a fight for Dreadnought. They lost the first one, they're not going to want to lose the second one because it will just snowball us into the late game and we'll have a big advantage. So as you can see here, we're calling people down. We've got Ninetales that's already down with us, and we've got Machamp making his way down. Ideally I would have liked everyone to be here a wee bit earlier, but we're doing pretty well. We'll push these guys back. I see the other Venusaur coming in and I just try and get out of there. I managed to get a lucky escape. His Unite move could have got me, but I do manage to get away. I did maybe push a little bit too far there myself. But you can see that there's Ninetales and Machamp down here with me. Machamp gets taken out, and you've got Blastoise and Sylveon just roaming about the top doing absolutely nothing. Rotom isn't up. They're just wasting their time up there. I try and run in here and get a steal, but it's 5 versus 1. Ninetales was there as well, but just what's the point in Ninetales running in just to die? So we do lose that point, and you can see that Sylveon and Blastoise are so late to the party. They're just coming in now, and it's pointless. So now Zapdos has just spawned, and we've asked everyone to gather in the centre, and good old faithful Ninetales and Machamp are here. They've played a pretty good game, they've worked well as a team. We have Sylveon coming down, but they're just a little bit late for the initial fight. But they do come in from behind, while Blastoise is doing I don't know what up top, and then coming through the centre. But by the time Blastoise gets here, I'm down, Machamp's down, and Ninetales is being chased down. They're all still alive, and Sylveon and Blastoise are the only two alive, but they weren't at the fight when it needed to happen. We did call prior to this a few times to gather in the centre, and they just didn't come. So guys, teamwork is vital. You need to make sure that you're going to Dreads on time. If you're a little bit late, but you need to watch Dread at least and see what's happening before you rotate. If you've got a little bit of extra time, then fine, you can spend that time farming before you rotate. Everyone does it. But if your team is in the middle of a fight and they need your help, just get down there as quick as possible. Same for Zapdos. If your team's gathered, their team's gathered, you don't want to be walking about doing nothing. It's different if you're trying to get a score off that might win the game and your team can try and hold off for a little bit. But they've got Zapdos. We try and get some counter plays here. Unfortunately, they're back. I don't get any scores off. Ninetales is running in bottom as well. They don't get any scores off. Ninetales, Machamp, and I feel like myself played a pretty good game, but unfortunately just the teamwork let us down. I don't want to, as I say, fire shots at anyone, but Blastoise and Sylveon just didn't play as well as a team as what you would like to, especially at Masters rank. And for everyone that's trying to climb up the ranks, teamwork is just vital, guys. Obviously you can't speak to each other. Try and use your communication pad as much as possible to tell people what you're doing, where you want them, things like that. But if you guys can just get your timings right, help out as a team, and make sure that you're in all the team fights together, there's a good chance you'll win. So yeah guys, a pretty dominant game from myself, Machamp and Ninetales, but we just couldn't secure the final objectives. And I think it was just down to the teamwork. Everyone has off days, including myself, even days where I maybe don't play as well as a teammate as I should be. But just trying to get the fundamentals down, get your timings, and just communicate with your team and help your team as much as possible, and you will get so many more wins. Go for that Dreadnought, make sure you're rotating, and here we go. I'm giving a good job to Ninetales and a good job to Machamp. Maybe a little bit petty that I don't give Blastoise and Sylveon one, but I feel like the other two really deserved to win there, and were a little bit unfortunate. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. It was a little bit of a different take on the video, and everyone does have bad days, but just try and get these fundamentals down and you'll see a massive increase in your win rate and get yourselves up the ranks. So if you liked the video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I am only starting out, so I would appreciate any feedback, and if there's anything you want to let me know in the comments, just go ahead. But yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, Fergie out.